And now we have moved on, or we are moving on to the last one, which is called Sahasrara, the 1,000-petaled lotus. It is called a chakra, but it's not really a chakra as such. It's not something you have to specifically focus to energize on. It's the outcome. Like in Patanjali's 8-limbed yoga, from Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi, the 8th is Samadhi. It happens effortlessly, co-emergently, sahajally. Sahaj yoga, as it's called. Just naturally it happens. We just have to create the right conditions for a seed and nurture it, and the seed will sprout. If it's planted in the right kind of ground, in the right kind of environment. Similarly, if you are following the practice of awakening of Kundalini, it will get to the Sahasrara. Here is what it says, but there is a meditation you could do on your crown chakra. Sahasradal padmastha sarva varnupshobhita sarva yuddhara shukla sanstita sarvato mukhi sarvadan prita chitta yakinya amb swarupini swaha swadha matir medha shrutir smritir niruttama. That here, the Devi, the energy is situated in a lotus of 1,000 petals. Lalita Sahasranama, like all the other Vedic texts, was written long before Aryabhatta gave 0 to this world. Not in terms of marking, but in terms of discovery. So in the olden days, there were terms like Koti, Sahasra, Shata, and so on, which means a lot, too much to count. Koti is even more to count. So here it's not a literal thing that this is how many petals are there. Sarva Varna Upshobhita. There are 50 letters in the Sanskrit language. That here all 50 are applicable. Which technically means you can meditate here using any letter or all of these letters. A, I, U, E, O, Ri, Li, Ang, Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, Na, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Na, Ta, Tha, Da, Da, Na, Ta, Tha, Da, Da, Na, ityadi, and so on. Or when you do it in the form of a mantra, then you're going to add a dot on top, anuswara. Ang, ang, ing, eng, eng, ong, ring, ling, ang, kang, kang, gang, gang, nang, jang, 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 nang, tang, tang, dang, dang, nang, tang, tang, dang, nang, nang, and so on. That's how it will go. Now, when you meditate on this chakra, I'm always reminded of this, and I've shared this pretty much in all the retreats, and you shouldn't be deprived of this. When I met my guru, Naga Baba, he said to me, when you first get up in the morning, sitting in your bed, for 5 minutes, meditate on your guru, which was him in this case. And he was connected to a glorious lineage. He said, meditate on my form, he said, meditate a smiling guru in your crown chakra. I said, Ji Baba. I said, Ji Baba. Next day I sat down. I didn't succeed. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 10th day I didn't succeed. I was struggling to visualize him smiling because I never saw him smiling. So I'd always seen him mostly furious or usually serious. And I thought, what to do? I just could not get any image in my head in which I might have seen him smiling. So here, if you cannot meditate, if you're not initiated, or you cannot meditate on your guru, then meditate either on Shiva, or meditate on even the formless, just energy, or any Devi or deity you connect with. And that's the key. That's how meditation on crown chakra is done. It's not really here, it's this whole region, and you meditate on something here. And if you, with the earlier exercise, if you felt receptivity using this from the other person and your own, you will very quickly experience sensations on your crown chakra. If you felt very little with your own hand, it will take you a bit longer to experience sensations on the crown chakra. And it's a beautiful, blissful feeling. And Kabir and many other saints, even in different scriptures, even in Guru Granth Sahib, when there's Varnan of definition of Kundalini, it is that there is something that drips from here constantly. And this blissful sensations will transport you to a different world altogether. Until, of course, the next time your phone rings, in which case you will come back to planet Earth. Here, she is called Yakini, Yakinya Amba Swarupini. So, if you just want one seed syllable for this month, for this chakra, then it is Ya and a dot on top, Yang. So that becomes your mantra. Now, there is no color in this chakra. Devi is not holding anything. There are no aspects, no faces of Devi either. So that's how the progression is. Swaha, Swadha, Matir, Medha, Shrutir, Smritir, Niruttama. Swaha, all your tendencies have been burned. That is totally turned to ash. And Swadha is the energy responsible for taking whatever we offer to a higher energy. Anything you're offering is taken to a higher plane. And Mati is your wisdom. Medha is your intellect. Smriti is your mindful. Swaha, Swadha, Matir, Medha, Smritir, Shrutir, your ability to listen. Niruttama, beyond Uttam, beyond the finest. Imagine if you are mindful at all times, if your memory is immaculate, if your speech or your listening is impeccable, imagine what a state of mind you would be in. So they are saying you get to that level and get to that state when the Kundalini is fully awakened, when Shakti meets Shiva, the final stage of Kundalini, moving gradually from the Mooladhara, from the root chakra, just going up and up and up and up. Like, as I was telling you, in a thermometer, you have mercury rising. And gradually, as it goes up, each time it goes up, it has some benefits. Imagine a tall building, and one by one, the lights of the first floor go on, then the second, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth, then the sixth, and the seventh, and the whole building is lit up. Your whole being is going to light up. And the only phenomenal thing I like personally about Kundalini Sadhana is that it works in this day and age, and it doesn't require you to put 15 or 20,000 hours. If you are simply meditating on each chakra using the seed syllables, then yes, it would require a lot more time. But if you are doing this preliminary practice of energizing the chakras correctly and then meditating, then it is a much more rapid process. So everything non-tantric except for that little Mulotejana Kriya, which has slight tantric connotation, I've shared with you pretty much everything. I've not held anything back whatsoever. And if you do, you will benefit. If you don't do, others will benefit. So we will close this and we'll listen to a couple of bhajans from Abhinav. Then I can do a couple of bhajans and then we'll absolutely close this. But before we do that, for about 4 minutes, we'll all stand up and chant the Kundalini Maha Mantra as a matter of devotion for Mother Divine. So breathe deeply and gently, starting with an exhalation. Om Kring Kalaye Cha Vidmahe Mahadevyaya Dhimahi Tanno Shaktaye Prachodayat Om क्रीं कालये च विद्महे महादेव्याय धीमहि तन्नो शक्तये प्रचोदयात् ॐ क्रीं कालये च विद्महे महादेव्याय धीमहि तन्नो शक्तये प्रचोदयात् ॐ क्रीं कालये च विद्महे महादेव्याय धीमहि तन्नो शक्तये प्रचोदयात् ॐ क्रीं कालये च विद्महे महादेव्याय धीमहि तन्नो शक्तये प्रचोदयात् ॐ क्रीं कालये च विद्महे महादेव्याय धीमहि तन्नो शक्तये प्रचोदयात्. One last time. Om Kring Kalaye Cha Vidmahe Mahadevyaya Dhimahi Tanno Shaktaye Prachodayat. So one of the questions that many people asked yesterday, and I'm sure it must also be in some of the questions here, the exact pronunciation of this mantra. So if you see, the word Kale is from the word Kali, but that doesn't necessarily mean goddess Kali. It has other elaborate meanings as well. So Kali in Sanskrit, in this particular transitive verb, becomes Kale. Cha vidmahe mahadevyai, not divyai, not devai. If the root word was Mahadev, then it would be Mahadevai. If the root word was Mahadivya, then it would become Mahadivyaye. But the root word is Mahadevi. So Mahadevi becomes Devyaye. If the root word was, for example, Mahadeva, any reason, it would be Maha, like Shri Mata Matre. Deva, it would have become. But this is Devyaye, not Divyaye. Dhimahi Tanno Shaktaye. Same principle. Kali becomes Kale, Devi becomes Devyaye, and Shakti becomes Shaktaye. So just want to let you know, you can chant this mantra on any one particular chakra as well. If you're just meditating on your crown chakra, you could meditate on this mantra, or you could meditate using this mantra on specific chakras or placing it on the 3 knots. The other option you have is meditate on a mantra, on a chakra, using the seed syllable of that mantra. You can sometimes alternate between the two. If you have to meditate for 30 minutes and you feel tired, you can, for 10 minutes, do this mantra. For a few minutes, do the seed syllable, and then come back to this mantra.